Yeah. Roll up the green, hit the links with RGB. Pitch, putt, and puff, it's our podcast scene. Talking Burt and Bogies, hole in one dream. Golf cart cruising, we're the illest team. Pitch, putt, and puff, light it up, hit the rough. Every swing's a story, we can't get enough. Hazards and hard times, we know it's tough, but we live for the game, fam, that's our stuff. Got my clubs in the trunk, blunt in the front. Tee off in the noon, cause we don't bunt. Discussing the course, weed strains for lunch. Straight shooters on the greens, not a front. Pitch, put and puff, light it up, hit the rough. Every swing's a story, we can't get enough. Hazards and hard times, we know it's tough, but we live for the game, fam, that's our stuff. Smoking aces, laces tied tight. With a puff we fly, elevate the night. Golf ball soaring, higher than a kite. Fairway to heaven, shining real bright. Pitch, put and puff, light it up, hit the rough. Every swing's a story, we can't get enough. Hazards and hard times, we know it's tough, but we live for the game, fam, that's our stuff.
And welcome back to another episode of the Pitch, Putt, and Puff podcast. My name is Roger, aka RGB. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Before we get rolling with our guest this evening, we're going to go with a little Halloween episode here for you as well. I'm going to be bringing on my man Ryan from Appalachian Intelligence. But before we do that, we got to give a shout out to a few sponsors, starting off with Back9 Botanicals. Go check out back9botanicals.com. Use promo code TPUF10 to get your hands on the best CBD gummies in the golf game. They got the Moonlight Mulligan, the Birdie Boost, the Tea Time Sunrise, the Players Blend. They also have the THC Shooters, the Orange, Strawberry, and Passion Fruit, as well as the Muscle and Joint Rub Stick. Go check them out, back9botanicals.com. Use promo code TPUF10. TPUF10 will save you 10% at checkout. It is also good for any merch, hats, shirts, golf balls, divot tools, etc. So go check them out, back9botanicals.com. Also, we have Athletic, ATHLETHC.com. Make sure you guys go check them out. The 2 milligram microdose THC mints. They have the variety pack, the power, flow, and rebound. I highly recommend that. Find the one that best suits your needs to get you throughout your day and roll from there. So at Athletic, ATHLETHC.com, use promo code PUFF to save yourself a special discount at Athletic. Also, Mulligan Wear. Go check out my guy John over at Mulligan Wear. Mulligan Wear _ on Instagram. Click the link in the bio. Go right to his site where you can find some dope hats, polos. Get your hands on the hoodie. The fall season is here. So go check them out. Mulligan Wear _ on Instagram. Link in the bio. And use promo code PUFF10 to save yourself 10% over there. And then last but not least, we got my man John over at the Puff Pack. Go check out the puffpack.co. Puff Pack holds 2 joints and a lighter. It is perfect for the golf course, perfect for everyday use. I mean, you really can't go wrong with the Puff Pack, so go check them out, puffpack.co. Use promo code PUFF20. PUFF20 will save you 20% at checkout. Going to take a quick break real quick, bring on my man Ryan from Appalachian Intelligence and talk a little bit of the cryptids. And the Whitakers aren't the only thing down there in the West Virginia and the Appalachians, so we're going to find out a little bit more of some crazy shit that goes on down there. All right, let's get into it here on the Pitch, Putt, and Puff. Joining me here is my man Ryan from Appalachian Intelligence. Ryan, appreciate you jumping on, man. You were on Conspiracy Chaos with us about a month or so ago. Great episode. Real excited to have you on here and talk Halloween season, man. Let's talk some cryptids, some spooky shit. I know there's a lot of crazy shit that goes on down there in Appalachia. So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and your journey to the podcast world and such? To start there.
Yeah, dude. I'm Ryan. Appalachian Intelligence Podcast. The podcast has been around for about, 3 or 4 years, but we did take a big year-long hiatus. I've come back. I just started with a buddy of mine, Justin. We worked together at the time and just had all these crazy conversations. And I'd always thought about doing a YouTube channel, and he had always thought about doing podcasts. So I hadn't even really listened to him. Mm-hmm. And then he introduced me to Sam Tripoli, all those guys, and it was over. Tony Merkel at the confessionals. Yep. It was over.
That's all it takes, man. That one rabbit hole is all it takes.
Oh, dude. And then once you see, you can't unsee anything. So
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing, man. Like the internet, it's so cool now. Like, there's a lot of crazy shit that goes on. We don't know if that crazy shit's been going on forever or not, and we just didn't
yeah.
know about it, or do we just have so much access now with the internet? But to be able to communicate with, like, guys like yourself and other podcasters, that everybody has stories that either they have their story of their own or stories they heard in some type of and especially in the conspiracy world or with the cryptids and everything else. So it's interesting in the conspiracy side of things to hear all the crazy shit. Like we've had on Human Vibrations, she talks about literally like your loosh and shit like that. Like I didn't know what loosh was until I heard her talking about it. And for people like her and you and people with such big followings to jump on with us at such an early stage of the podcast game is super dope. And the community is awesome. That's what's cool
Oh,
about the conspiracy side of things. Like we got oh my god, I gotta look it up now. I just booked a nice Paranoid American coming on for us on Monday. So another
nice.
huge guest in the conspiracy world, just for people like that to even jump on is cool. So we're cooking over there. We're cooking. It's
That's
fun, man.
awesome, man. It is a lot of fun, and it is a great community. We found that out early on too. Just meeting different people, collabing with different shows. Still to this day, talk to those guys. Still, collab with them now. But
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
man.
So I'm a big YouTube guy. I don't watch a lot of TV. I watch a lot of YouTube, and for whatever reason, I don't know if it was because we had you on or whatever, but the Appalachia fell back into my algorithm, and I've been watching some creepy shit, man. And one of the things that stands out to me is sometimes people will be out like hiking the trail, and all of a sudden, like birds are chirping, the bugs are buzzing, the whole 9 yards, and then it's just fucking complete silence, dude. It's
Dead
like
silent.
literally, if I was out there, like that would be the creepiest possible thing that could happen. Have you ever been out in the trail and experienced anything like that?
Oh yeah.
Oh shit.
All a bunch of times, but growing up, and then you think, but I didn't even realize what was going on. We just assumed it was us. But you'd be camping. My cousins and I grew up in the same holler, so like literally shouting distance from each other's house. So first thing in the morning, we all met up. We were in the woods. That's just how I grew up,
Same.
outside. And
Hmm.
then when it got dark, we would come home. And when we got four wheelers later on, quads later on, it got worse. Like
We just went further. We went further
yeah,
and we're out longer. Yep. I know
yeah,
exactly what you mean.
but we would camp all the time, dude. During the summer, I mean, we would just stay up there. And I just think about how many times we would be laying there and then joke about, man, it got really quiet because, dude, when the crickets and the little frogs and everything get going, especially these tiny little frogs around here, they will drive you nuts. I mean, it is loud.
Oh,
And then for that to just go away is crazy.
yeah,
It's
it's literally like I'll post a clip of one I find like on you from YouTube or something, but people are literally walking a trail and it just goes dead silent. Like for us in like upstate New York, if you picture it this way, if you're outside and it's nighttime and you hear the crickets chirping and everything just stops. Like absolute no noise. Like that would literally, and you're in the middle of nowhere. That would terrify the living hell out of me. Like you don't
yeah,
know which way to run, which way you
yeah,
don't even know which way to go. Like I'm gonna run. Right, where are you gonna run? You could be running right into danger for all you know.
yeah. You don't know where you're going. Yeah, that stuff is crazy. And then have you ever heard of the whistling?
Yes. There's
Like
like, isn't there? What's the rules? All right, so I've seen something that there's like rules of the trail.
you're not supposed to whistle at night anyway.
Okay.
And I don't know why. I've just always been told that. But then I think it's something about how they find. I don't know, something about how you get found. But we've always, you always hear, if you hear whistling in the woods, especially at night, you never answer. You never, if you hear your name called or hear somebody like yelling for help, it better be daytime because nobody's coming.
No
if you're
shit.
if you're in legit need of help, because I mean, just think about it, a random voice just yelling for help.
Yeah.
But,
Isn't it also people hear their own voice calling back at him or something?
yeah,
Isn't that
or
one of them?
voices of loved ones that they know,
Yeah.
things like that.
Bro,
But yeah,
that's fucking nuts. Like if I heard my kid screaming in the woods, like throwing me, like there's no way I wouldn't go. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like there's
yeah.
no way I wouldn't go. Absolutely not.
Just have
Oh,
to remember in your head, like, holy crap, they're in the house.
yeah, right. See, I just put her to sleep. Right, right. Man. What are some of the cryptids of Appalachia?
Dude, there are all kinds of cryptids. I believe I showed you guys this last time.
Yep.
I got a whole book and this is just West Virginia stuff. But my wife uses it for when she's in college to write on. So,
There you go. Nice comfortable book to write on. Yep.
yeah, but dude, all kinds of things. There's the let's see, the rain caller. A big, let's see, giant snake that somehow it's the rain caller. The acidic mountain drake, some kind of lizard spits acid.
What the fuck?
Dude, it's there's all kinds of different ones, and then you get the great cave vampire. Looks like vampire bats. And then I do know there was oh man, like down near the Smokies, there was this tail. I can't remember what I want to say they called it cattywampus, but it wasn't that. It was like an Appalachian version of a shapeshifter. It was half woman, half mountain lion,
Oh
they
shit.
claimed. So I can't remember the name of that. I would have to look that up. But I wanted to say cattywampus, but I don't think that's right.
No, I've definitely that sounds familiar. That catty. I've heard that before. Yeah. I don't know what kind of cryptid it is or whatnot, but yeah, I definitely heard that. I've also heard that like there's been goat man sightings on the trail.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Obviously some Bigfoot sightings and such.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Bigfoot, Mothman, and then as you make your way up that section of West Virginia, so you've got the Flatwoods monster, which is south of where Mothman was. Then you got, oh man, there's another one. Wampus cat. That's what that thing was called. Wampus cat.
okay. Wampus cat.
The Grafton monster. That's what I'm trying to think of, which is, I mean, you go through if you leave from here to go up towards like Pittsburgh or wherever,
Okay.
you would go through that part of West Virginia, but you're like Grafton, Flatwoods. Every one of those towns are just one right after the other. They each have their own monsters, and you would think maybe they're seeing the same monster, but they look different. Like the Grafton monster's like 7 foot tall, headless or dog faced brute.
Holy shit.
So it's it. But then the Flatwoods monster or the
I just
yeah.
pulled up something on the Flatwoods. So the description of the Flatwoods is about 10 to 12 feet tall, wearing a metallic spade-shaped helmet or hood with a red glowing face or eyes, dark green or metallic body, possibly robotic or armored, emitting a hissing sound and suffocating sulfur-like odor. And that's a lot of the people say they smell the sulfur when they Bigfoot and stuff.
Oh yeah.
What else here? Floating or gliding above the ground, no visible legs. So basically, like the lady in the library in Ghostbusters.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah.
I think one of our longtime fans on our show, I think she dressed up as the Flatwoods monster at the Bigfoot Jamboree with the Cryptids of the Corn guys. And I want to say she won the contest too. Her name is Caroline. Shout out to Caroline if she hears this.
That's a hell of a costume to come up with right there. I mean,
oh, dude.
Only the real ones would even know what the hell she was talking about. I just googled the Flatwood. The Flatwood monster. Many believe that it was a crashed alien pilot or part of a UFO visitation. The bright object was thought to be a falling spacecraft. Some say it could have been a military craft, or a barn owl misidentification. That's got to be a big fucking owl.
That's it. Well, you got the giant owl stories too.
Giant
Uh,
owl. I never
Giant
heard those.
owls. Oh yeah, and then it's always comes with lures behind it. Like we had this one guy. Shout out to local legends, Burton Moran. He's got a really good YouTube channel and podcast. But we had him on one of the shows where he's seen the giant owl on several occasions. In this one curve too. He kept, or I think he kept seeing it in that one curve, where it was the one time he's seen it that close, but it was crazy. Yeah, you got the giant owls, the white ladies, Bigfoots.
What's the eyes? The people with the eyes. What were those?
Oh, the moon-eyed people.
Moon-eyed people.
Yeah,
Yep.
that was down in the North Carolina area. Yeah.
Moon-eyed people. People don't realize how much, like, the Whitakers aren't the only things down there off Appalachia, man. Like, there's a lot of shit out there that people just don't even realize. And then we talked a little bit about it on Chaos, but the John Smith silver mine. That's another awesome, crazy story that you guys experienced on your podcast journey there. You mind talking about that a little bit?
Oh yeah, that John Swift silver mine. We came across some maps. Of course, like I told you, I don't give out any information on it because I don't know that we're not going to pursue it. So
Right.
That's one of those things we're keeping a lid on for now. Maybe one day we'll have better resources. We can get a better plan together and go search the area we think it's at. But yeah, but there's a lot of crazy kids. So there's a Mothman connection there.
Right.
Where John Swift married Chief Cornstalk's daughter. Chief Cornstalk is the Native American they killed in Mount Pleasant. And in that area, anyway, it wasn't Mount Pleasant at the time, but he cursed that area. So they're the one, they say that's where Mothman came from, was his curse.
Damn, that's fucking crazy. Because Mothman, I remember watching that movie and I was like, I'm just watching it. Then like someone was telling me like, that's like based off a true story. I'm like, wait, what? Like I didn't know at the time. I was a kid, I was like, wait, what are you talking about? So I watched it again and I was like, all right. Started fucking looking into it a little bit because the internet was just popping, so I could hop on YouTube and Google and stuff like that. And I was like, wow, this is absolutely nuts. Like to think that people like actually seen it, the bridge collapsed, the whole 9 yards, man. It's a crazy, crazy scenario. Yeah, that John Swift silver mine is definitely an interesting one. Which I think he said billions of dollars are allegedly underneath there, and that's like that's priced in the 80s or something. When you heard that,
he said that was when he was there in the 80s. So
today that's fucking $100 billion.
Yeah,
holy shit,
that's crazy.
Yeah, because I seen something the other day. There was a post on Instagram that for people to be living the way they did back in like 1985, we'd have to be, the minimum wage would have to be about $77 an hour or something ridiculous like that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's fucking nuts, dude. I seen that. I was like, this is out of control, man. Yeah. This is absolutely out of control. So have you ever done any like research or any like I mean, obviously you said you were camping out a lot. Have you ever seen anything or done any research for any like Bigfoots or any cryptids out there yourself?
I have not. Justin, my old co-host, he was the guy. He went on a couple of ghost hunts. We were supposed to go up to this graveyard. Justin, he got to go once, but we were supposed to go back up there. This girl we had on the show and her family, they had all these crazy experiences, man. It was right here local. And we were supposed to go up to that graveyard. We never did. Maybe one day we will. But no, I've never had an experience. Now, my dad came on our show when we were early on. He was one of our first guests. I think he was our first guest. And that's when I found out my dad had a Bigfoot sighting. So,
Oh shit.
yeah, when he was a kid too. So he kept that on lockdown his whole life, you know. So
Man, see, like I think like I'd say I'd love to see one and stuff, but like I don't know what I would do if I actually like did. You know what I mean? It's one of those things. Like, for example, I was sitting on the porch at the beginning of the summer, me and my wife, and all of a sudden she's like, look up there," and we see these lights going by, going by, going by, and they slowly like disappear. Like it could have been a Starlink, but you know, I don't know. Like she seen it quick and it was just gone. But like, not one point did I think to grab my phone and try to record it. I was just like soaking the moment in, like, oh, what is, like trying to figure out, okay, what is? It was literally the size of like a shopping mall, like just coasting through the sky. I'm like, what the fuck? It's it could be A1. All right, so here, let me get your opinion on this. Speaking of some shopping malls sailing through the sky, let's talk a little bit about a A1 Atlas here or whatever the hell it is.
yeah.
This alleged comet coming towards us. What do you think about this?
Well, I'm under the impression that space is fake and gay. So
everything is, right?
yeah, everything is. Dude, it just seems really convenient, doesn't it? Like with everything else that's going on in the world, like, bro, unless I see, you know, when I see it in the sky, I'll start worrying about it, I guess, when it's heading right for us.
And it's funny because, like, I ask people outside of, like, the conspiracy world, do you hear about this A1 Atlas or whatever the case, you know, this comet coming at us? Like, what are you talking about, dude? I'm like, you really don't know anything about this? Like, is that how much my algorithm is just pumped that way? I'm like, he's my one buddy I work with. He's like, dude, I have no idea what you're talking about. So I start sending him like Instagram things I seen. He's like, dude, what? I'm like, dude, this has been going on for like, this is from NASA and shit. Like this information, like you don't know anything about this. He's like, no. And that's kind of part of the thing that scares me too, though, is like, is there something really coming? Because they're not like the mainstream people don't know about it. So they're kind of trying not to set the fear in and just let us crazy conspiracy people think that, you know, oh, they're just bullshitting again. But I mean, we say things and 90% of the time we say things, it's fucking true. So
yeah.
I mean, we're batting 800 right now.
Yeah, we've won the World Series. It's over. It's
absolutely.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. Could it be that they're not ready yet to start their disinformation campaign about it? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
got other things in the headlines right now, and then they got to try to make Candace look like a crazy person.
Mm-hmm.
Or on the other hand, I've seen these people talking about it. Like, is Candace part of it too? And actually doing that, like that last video, she looked like a crazy person.
Mm-hmm.
Did she do all that on purpose? Is that to make conspiracy theorists look like crazy people? Like,
yep.
I don't know who to trust anymore, dude. I know.
Dude, it's so funny you say that because I seen a clip of Candace just yesterday and I was like, and I had that same thought, like, is she part of that team and she's put out there to make us go in this direction and follow this? But like, dude, there's so much video out there of like some real, like that guy jumping up and taking that camera down right away. Where's the blood when Charlie Kirk's being carried to the car? There's so many crazy things like that go on, like hand signals from people, flashes from cameras or alleged things from the crowd and certain people holding things at like the exact time he's assassinated. And it's just like, it's too crazy to think. And then his wife and all her crazy ties to like, so I honestly think she's in the move to be the VP with JD when this is all said and done. I think that was part of the plan. I truly do.
It could be. I mean, gosh, at this point, I'd love to see Thomas Massey run, but they're never going to let that poor guy do anything.
No.
But
no. You got to be part of the club. If you're not in the club, like Tripoli always says, they're all in the club, man. If you're not in the club, then you're not getting anywhere. It's just bottom line.
You got to go kiss that Roman fortress over in Israel.
That's it. That's really all it is. I mean,
that's all it is. It's not the Wailing Wall.
It's not. It's crazy, dude. And it's like it's so blatantly obvious now. Like when you do
Yeah.
watch, like I don't watch the news, but like if I see a clip or whatever, it's like, did this really just like this is what's going on right now, and people are just okay with it? And I'm like,
Yeah.
what the fuck, man?
Like I really don't understand how. Well, I understand, the ones getting paid to support that kind of crap, but
Yep.
well, of course they're getting paid. You know what their soul's worth right
Yep.
now. I mean,
Yep.
I've commented that on so many X posts, like, hey bro, your soul's not worth 7K. Like
Mm-mm.
like
No, man.
eternity is priceless, bro.
Yep.
But
So fucked up, man. It's craziness.
it
But
is.
it's absolutely nuts. Let's get back to the trail and the mountains here quick in Appalachia. What else though, man? What are some of the I pulled up a couple things on the cryptid side of things real quick. I was looking at that after we were on Chaos, I did a little more diving into the Swift mine, and that's just a cool story. I just think that's such a cool little story. Let's see. We talked about some shapeshifters. Did you ever hear of the Spearfinger, the Cherokee legend, the Spearfinger?
I have not heard of that. You know what? Actually, that maybe somebody has talked about that on our show. I told you I used to do a lot of edibles, so
Oh yeah.
through those shows, they were.
I remember. I remember when I was listening. I remember when you were on Tripoli. I think Sam even brought it up. He said, "How many edibles did you eat, man?" Or something like
Yeah.
that.
Oh,
that's
dude.
why. That's why I knew you were a perfect fit for the pitch putt and puff, brother. Absolutely. So yeah, the Spearfinger is a Cherokee legend out of North Carolina, Tennessee area. A witch-like creature with a sharp stone finger used to stab victims, steal their livers. Legend says to disguise herself as a loved one to lure the victims near the mountains, often spotted near the Smokies, right where the Appalachian Trail passes through. About the witch, the Goat Man, seen in Maryland and Virginia. What about the Brown Mountain Lights?
Oh yeah, that's down in North Carolina.
Yep.
The Brown Mountain Lights. We actually did a show on that too. I think we spoke with some people that had actually seen them, but apparently it's just like science doesn't even explain it. Like, but they're there all the time.
Oh, they're always there?
Dude. I believe it's like an almost every night occurrence.
Oh yeah, observed over the mountains for generations. The Brown Mountain Lights are mysterious, unexplained lights that have been observed for generations. They can appear as pale, drifting orbs or whirl and dart rapidly across the sky. No shit.
Yeah.
Wow. I was thinking it was like more like I was thinking like Phoenix lights when they were saying that, like the brown lights. Like I was thinking something more of that extent, but something that's in a reoccurrence like that, that's fucking pretty cool and crazy.
Yeah,
Almost like a ball lightning is what I'm picturing.
Yeah. Now a lot of people have said that, but the chances of it being ball lightning that many times is insane. But because people just apparently when the lights take off, it's like think of like Lord of the Rings when they went and got those ghosts to help them fight that army that was waiting on them. I can't remember where it was. But anyway, they got them to fight with them, and then they're just surrounding everything. Apparently, it's like that. Like,
shit,
it's not just like one or two at a time.
Dude, that's nuts.
Yeah. Dude.
See, that's like the thing. Like, I've always, even as a kid, I always looked in the sky. It was always something I always just sit there, look up, and we were just hanging out. Whatever. We used to do the same thing. Like when I was a kid, man, we were outside all the time. In the nighttime, we were even in high school. We camping out in the woods, drinking, smoking, having a grand old time. Like that was the thing we did. And I would just sit there sometimes at the campfire, 2, 3 in the morning, whatever, and just start looking up. Always just looking up. And now, like I got a few other, like Anthony, co-host on Chaos. He was down in he went somewhere for, I want to say it was in the Carolinas or something, for a golf tournament. And he was in the parking lot. He goes, Raj, look what you got me doing, man. He was taking a picture. It was like a drone or something. It was the time the drones were flying over Jersey. He caught a video of a drone or something. And he was sending it to me. He goes, dude, now I can't. He goes, I'm like driving the car and like not even looking at the road. I'm just looking up at the sky now. I'm like, yeah, bro, pay attention to the road. But yeah, keep your head up, man. You got to keep your head up.
Yeah, dude, isn't it crazy that now they're coming out with reports like, oh, we know what these drones are. It's just this company trying some stuff out. Like, what?
Yeah.
So you knew the whole time.
Trying it out on us is what they were. Whatever they did, they were trying it out on us is what was going on.
But if you remember at the time, all they were shouting was Iran, whatever.
China, yep.
So, dude, have you ever heard of the thing called the knot deer?
No.
So this is something I guess I could say I've experienced, or I've just really been duped by a deer, one deer in particular. But the knot deer are these, they look like deer.
Yeah.
And hunters have taken shots like no way they missed. No way in the world they missed. And nothing. It doesn't die. It doesn't bleed. It just goes away. And my dad, my brother, and I, when we were young, there was this huge buck that was running around our property. We got a hunting cabin over in Grayson County, Virginia, on the North Carolina border. And there was this huge buck running all over our property. Everybody was wanting this deer. Well, Dad, he's got me and my brother, of course, the poor bastard. He's got to walk with us. We go up just right behind our cabin. You can get on this fence line and walk straight up, and it goes to what we call the Oak Flat because it's a steep hill, but then it just flattens out, and there's all kinds of white oaks and all that. It's ideal during bow season because the white oaks, they drop acorns first, so the deer feed on those first. So we're up there, and of course this is Dad. He's hunting with a bow. He's just taking us with him. And he's positioning me right here, basically getting me used to hunting by myself, because I was probably like 9, 10, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
And but this is burnt into my memory forever. And before he walks away from me, I look and I see that buck, and I just grab Dad's arm, and he's looking at me, and I point, and he turns and he sees it. So he's easing everybody down. We watch this now. We're sitting up. The way this rolls is, so imagine like a bowl shape behind you of the mountain.
Okay.
So we're looking down this V shape. So there's a ridge on our left and there's a ridge on our right. And this buck comes from that left ridge down. And then it goes over this little hump. And we're just waiting and waiting and waiting. Never see it again. Don't hear it. Never seen it again. And there were 3 of us, and we sat there motionless. Dad would have killed us if we'd moved at that point. But we sat there motionless for, God, hours. Never seen that thing again. Never heard it walk anymore. Nothing. And
never seen a blood trail or nothing.
Well, Dad never even got to shoot it. It didn't even come close enough. He had a compound bow. And this is a good 100, 120 yards down the hill from us.
Okay.
And we're up and it's down. It didn't even act like it seen us. It just, we've got the height of it. We can see. It just disappeared over this little hump, and that was it. And we walked out that way. We went down through there. It never jumped up, nothing.
Damn. Just gone.
Just gone. Because that Dad always called it the ghost, or that deer.
Right. Because you should have came across it. Had nowhere else to really go. That's nuts, dude. That's nuts. I was gonna say if you shot at it, man, it definitely I thought he said he shot at him, so the fucking blood trail at least. But you were saying also that there's reports of hunters shooting at him and there's no blood trail or anything like that as well.
Oh yeah. You're talking about 15, 20 feet away. Dude's shooting, knowing good and well you've hit that deer and nothing. No blood, no nothing.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, but they're called the not deer.
Not there. They ain't there. They're not there.
Yeah.
Not there. That's
But
crazy.
they're also, now they have been said to, the not deer have been said to, when they bleat like a deer, it sounds more human like of somebody's voice. But yeah, and normally
That's-
they don't blink.
That seems to be a trend though of the Appalachians where they use voices, they use like humanoid type sounds to lure their prey in, I guess you could say, to make their move, man. It's fucking crazy. That's crazy. I'm telling you, I was watching those videos with the noise just cutting still, and I was thinking to myself, like your first instinct would be like, I want to get out of there, but like, what if you're going, like, where are you gonna go though? You don't know which way to go or why the sound's stopping. Like those animals know. There's a reason they stop. They know something. They have that sense that we don't have to know something and fear something. And dude, like, what do you do? You just wait for it to come and get you at that point? Like, fuck.
Yeah.
What
I
do you do?
guess.
What the
Stand
fuck
there
you
and
do?
pray is all you can do, man. That's
Run, fight, hide are the three options. Then you go hide and you fucking end up coming to get you anyway. You're screwed either way, man. Screwed either way. So I know you just rebooted the podcast. How's that been going, and what's your plans with it rolling in here to start off 2026?
dude. It's going good actually. Already dropped. Let's see. I think the third episode should be about done. I was loading that up as we were speaking. I just went on the Awaken podcast with Brad Lell.
Okay.
I think he just went on the Nephilim Death Squad guys.
Oh, nice.
But Brad, dude, he's great. You guys should reach out to him. But he's great every time. Full of information, has a great way. He's a lot better at words than I am. I can tell you that. But I'm dropping that episode I did with him tonight.
Nice.
So, but yeah, moving forward, I plan on I'm gonna build this thing, dude. Like I keep telling everybody, like this is what I want to do for a living, and I want Justin and Lance to come back and do it with me. So, I've got to build it able to cover 3 families' salaries. So,
yeah, man, like that's the thing with the podcast. I was saying this to Anthony not too long ago because he kind of got in a little bit of funk like midsummer because it's a lot like on the golf side of things, like filming the content and putting the stuff out, and because it's more of like you actually have to like put golf content out there. You know, it's not just talking conspiracies kind of thing. So it's a little bit harder. Yeah. And like the guest and the golf side of things are a little bit more difficult as well. So that's kind of why I've been leaning more into the cannabis side because people are, especially in New York, because of the legalization and everything, are all about talking about cannabis. So it's been just an easier transition. And it's one of those things you can't make it. You got to have fun doing it, and you can't make it feel like a job at the same time. You know, like you have to enjoy doing this, like because it's a lot of time, it's a lot of work, and it's a lot. People don't realize it, but there's a lot that goes into this shit.
It is a lot, dude, and that's it's the editing, and that's what I'm trying to figure out right now. Like I don't even have our intro and outro put on there yet because I haven't figured out how to clip it yet. Mm-hmm. Justin did all that. But
talk to Anthony. Anthony's good at that. I'll tell Anthony to hit you up about that. He'll give you a little crash course on there. It's he helped me out the other day with some stuff, so he's real good at that. I'm not a pro by any means myself, man. I'm 42. I grew up in the game where we just learned the word processing and just typing. Like that's all we did.
Yeah, that's what I tell everybody. It's like, you know, we had computers. You know what computer class was? It was typing without looking at the keyboard.
Yeah, in Oregon Trail when the teacher wasn't looking.
Yeah, oh, dude.
That's what we were doing, bro.
I loved Oregon Trail. But yeah, that was I could type like a mother, but you know, I don't know how to do anything else.
That's it, man, for sure. But bro, I appreciate you coming on, man. bust out this Halloween episode here on the Pitch Putt and Puff. We'll definitely link you up again with the Chaos crew. Love to have you back on there down the road as well. And like I said, anyway, we can any guests that we can send you or vice versa, man. I greatly appreciate it. But awesome having you on here, man. And why don't you let the listeners know where they can find you if they're looking to hear some crazy, scary, spooky shit, man.
Yeah, guys, Appalachian Intelligence. That's our Instagram. I think I've got an X account, but I've got to go update and be more active on it. I'm always on mine over there calling people retards, but it's but yeah, just I'll have a website soon. I'll give that out then. But yeah,
All right, cool. Yeah,
everybody
Appalachian
could
Intelligence.
share the show.
Hell yeah. Well, I'll make sure I tag you on here. I'm actually going to put this up first thing in the morning. So it'll be Wednesday's episode. So we'll get this out right before the holiday and give the listeners something to listen to. But Ryan, man, always appreciate your time, brother. And appreciate the listeners. We'll talk soon. Later. So some bonus content here. As we're getting off, Ryan told me his favorite thing to talk about is golf. So let's talk a little golf, man. You play a lot down there in the Virginia area?
I play as much as I can. With the wife's school and work schedule, it's harder, especially daughter.
Sure.
She runs track, so I can't. But in the summertime, dude, when we leave work, it's just a 15-minute ride. I just pack the golf shoes and just wear my work clothes because it's a small local course, you know.
Yeah.
But I guarantee you, some of the most difficult holes you'll ever play.
Okay.
One of them is a par 3, but it's, dude, the hill has to be 150 feet. It's just straight up and down. So you're hitting from the parking lot and going up towards the green. We've got a little zone there. The hill rolls down and it's got a little flat spot. So you either hit for that and try to pitch up, or you go for broke. So I always, whoever my partner is, if they hit a good shot, I'll go for broke, but I lose the ball every time. That's
yeah. Yeah, man. We so what we do with the Pitch Putt and Puff, man, I got 8 to 12 guys every Sunday. And we're all basically, I mean, it evens out from where you got some guys who shoot in the low 80s, got some guys who shoot in the high 90s, hundreds. So it balances out. So what we do is everybody plays the round. At the end, we come in, we pull cards. I go down one side of the sheet, pull the names, down the other, go across. That's your team. Lowest score wins. And then we do like skins and stuff like that. So it makes it fun, makes it interesting, keeps the trash talking going. Guys, like everybody's out there playing like midweek and just kind of practicing for their Sunday round. Like that's the round the guys care about. So it makes it a lot of fun. And then with the throwing the cannabis side in there, it gives it a nice little vibe and the relaxation, and everybody's just music going, chilling. And it's just so much more acceptable now too, with being in upstate New York and just New York in general with the legalization over the past couple of years. Like my home course is going to let me have a tournament next year, which I never thought would happen. And I'm like, fuck yeah, let's go. Like this is what I wanted to happen. So now that it's possible, like I want to do it the right way. So I was going to try to like do it at the end of this year and just like rush one. But I was like, nah, bro, I'll wait till next year. Like I'm good. Like let's do this the right way. So
plan it out right.
Plan it out right. Yeah, I want to have like different vendors that set up that like every other hole or something like that to where people can go through and, you know, get a sample of some gummies or a pre-roll or vapes or whatever the case may be. There's certain regulations and stuff with the New York state laws, but there's like I can set up like a special menu, get it delivered right to the course, like right to them on whatever hole they are. Like then they're gonna have a comedy show to cap off the night. I'm hoping to bring in some talent from the California area. I got
man, that would be awesome.
I got some things I'm working on, man, behind the scenes that I'm really pushing for. There's a couple different options that I'm working on, and if I can put it together, I just got to make sure like I'm literally not looking to make $1 off this tournament and just put all the money back into it to make something like just a dope ass event to rent out a space at night, boom, have the comedy show, like all the money I would have made from that, go to the comedian, bam, take care of everything.
That would be awesome.
That would be sick, man.
That would be so sick.
Yep. I'm excited about it, man. Yep. So, all right, I'm gonna wrap up with my three questions that I usually hit with the golfers. Then, what's your favorite club in your bag?
Favorite club, uh, my lob wedge, my
Okay.
60 degree. You know,
Yeah,
anything within 100 yards, I'm getting it.
that's
That's
a dart. Yeah.
yeah.
Dude, I used to beginning of this year. I used to say my 7-iron. That was my go-to. Could use it all the time, and I still can. But my 60, I got a new set of wedges at the beginning of the year, and it is a game changer. And just about a week or so ago, I got to the first hole, and I'm going to grab it out of my bag, and it wasn't there. I fucking left it the
Oh,
week, the couple days before, and I'm like, no way. I call the clubhouse. He's like, I don't see it. I took a picture, texted it to him. He's like, dude, I don't see it. So as soon as I was done, I went right down there, and luckily it was sitting. It was there. It was just in the mix with
oh,
like a bunch of other clubs, but I knew the grip and everything. I went right to it. I was like, thank God, like that's my baby. So I had such a shitty round without it because there were so many shots, like just like a little flop shot I'd want to hit on like a downhill type shot. I'm
yeah.
like, I can, but it's not going to do what I want it to do with the 56. But yeah, 60 is my favorite as well. That's just my most. I can know I can. I'm just most confident with that club.
Oh yeah.
That's really what it is. And then question two: what's the favorite course you ever played?
Favorite course I've ever played. Probably the one on Keesler Air Force Base in Biloxi, Mississippi. It was 18 hole, just right by the back bay. I mean, one of the halls was down near one of the beaches back there, and
Mm.
the only downside was the gators, in the ponds. So
Yeah, yeah.
they would have to come get those guys every once in a while. But yeah, probably my favorite course is there. Runner up would be the Naval Weapons Station in Goose Creek, South Carolina. That one's a good course too.
Nice, nice. Yeah, I never got to play. I've never played in a course where there's gators. I played on a beautiful course at the Divvy Divvy Resort in Aruba, but I was only like a year or two into golf, so I like didn't appreciate it enough at the time.
Yeah,
But I played at a beautiful course down in Texas, Slick Rock, just a few years ago. Me and a bunch of buddies went down for a wedding. There was like 20 of us out there for like a little scramble thing, and it was really just the vibe and the course, like playing. There's a cactus, like I never played near a cactus, you know what I mean, like shit like that. Like it was cool. It was just a dope vibe. So I'd say those would be my two. And then I usually relate this one to cannabis and golf. So three people you would put in your foursome, but also like to have a session with. Who would it be?
oh man.
This is the pitch putt
Uh,
and puff question. I'll give you mine. I'll give you mine to give you a second to think about it. So I go Joe Rogan, just because I'd like to hear some of his answers of like, I'd like to interview him on some of the guests he's had on. Like, do you think this guy was bullshitting? Like, what do you really think, kind of thing? And I
yeah,
think he's pretty much honest for the most part, but like you never hear his side of like certain topics. Um, and then Jason Williams. So I was he's actually a West Virginia Bell, West Virginia. Jason Williams, white chocolate, used to play for the Sacramento
oh
Kings.
gosh, yeah,
Yeah, that's my guy. Him, and then I always go with why am I blanking right now? Oh, Method Man.
oh
How
man.
High was is one of my favorite movies of all time. So
Well,
yeah,
not just that, but
and his
one of
music,
the best rappers to ever
right?
live. Like one of my favorites all time.
Yeah,
That's crazy because I was just talking about him the other day.
yeah.
Okay, so first one would be Scotty Scheffler, just so I can say, hey, I played with Scotty Scheffler today.
Yeah,
And he's one of
yeah.
my favorite golfers ever. But the next one would be Willie Nelson.
Okay.
I definitely want to have a smoke sesh with Willie Nelson and just hang out with him and sing with him because he's one of my favorite country music singers of all time.
Yep.
And then who would be my other one? Oh man. You know what? If I'm gonna go comedian for golf, I'm going to say Nate Bargatze. Even though he's not going to enjoy the weed, but he's I know he likes golf. So
I know he golf and bring some entertainment to it. Yep. That's what I always go back and forth with a couple of them. Like Bill Murray was in there for a little while, but then I kind of settled in on. I get some crazy answers on that though. Like I'll get Martha Stewart from some people you wouldn't expect to get Martha Stewart from. I get Martha Stewart. Obviously Snoop Dogg a lot. I've gotten some good ones. I've gotten a chance to smoke with the homie XG. I did get a chance to smoke with him at a comedy show last year when Sam came up to Connecticut, so that was pretty dope. And I'm actually looking to make my way out to Cali to do some golf content with him. So working on that. I just got to figure out time, and it's tough with, like you were saying before, man. Even just recording a podcast with family obligations and work and everything else, it's just tough to really block out some time to go and get it done. 20 years ago, off I go, and it's totally different. But dude, I'm glad you mentioned the golf thing. Pretty dope that you mentioned that. We'll definitely get you on at another point and talk a little bit more golf down the road. But once again, let everybody know where they can find you.
Yeah, dude. Appalachian Intelligence. That's our Instagram, Facebook. If you come over, hit me up on Instagram if you want in the Discord, and I can figure out how to send it to you. Otherwise, I don't know how to do it. So.
All right, cool. Oh, you got a Discord as well?
Yeah. It's not. It hasn't been active in years, but I'd like to get it fired back up. So.
All right. Yeah, I'll jump in there for sure.
Heck yeah.
Always down for a good Discord because there's always good content comes on there, and people always got good stories for sure, and probably even get some topics for the conspiracy chaos too. Perfect.
Dude, I'm
awesome, Rod. Appreciate you, brother, once again, and make sure you guys go check them out, Appalachian Intelligence, and we will see you on Friday with a preview of what's looking like the last weekend of the Pitch Putt and Puff here in upstate New York because of the fall season is setting in. 50 degrees, a high of 50 on Sunday, so not going to be the warmest round out there, but we'll get it done. We'll see you guys on Friday.
Yeah. Roll up the green, hit the links with RGB. Pitch, putt, and puff, it's our podcast scene. Talking Burt and Bogies, hole in one dream. Golf cart cruising, we're the illest team. Pitch, putt, and puff, light it up, hit the rough. Every swing's a story, we can't get enough. Hazards and hard times, we know it's tough, but we live for the game, fam, that's our stuff. Got my clubs in the trunk, blunt in the front. Tee off in the noon, cause we don't bunt. Discuss in the course, weed strains for lunch. Straight shooters on the greens, not a front. Pitch, putt, and puff, light it up, hit the rough. Every swing's a story, we can't get enough. Hazards and hard times, we know it's tough, but we live for the game, fam, that's our stuff. Smoking aces, laces tied tight. With a puff we fly, elevate the night. Golf ball soaring, higher than a kite. Fairway to heaven, shining real bright. Pitch, putt, and puff, light it up, hit the rough. Every swing's a story, we can't get enough. Hazards and hard times, we know it's tough, but we live for the game, fam, that's our stuff.